Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is in Delhi and she is receiving a welcome now at Rashtrapati Bhavan. There you can see she has been. There you can see the ministers and the Prime Minister have all gathered there to welcome her. The Bangladesh Prime Minister will be meeting and holding talks with the Prime Minister Narendra Modi at 11 at the Hyderabad House today. And it is a 4-day visit to India which began yesterday. Bangladesh is an important partner under India's neighbourhood first policy. In fact, soon after arriving in Delhi on Monday, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina met External Affairs Minister S. Shankar and discussed issues of bilateral interest. Yesterday, she also visited the Nizamuddin Dargah, a prominent pilgrimage attraction in Delhi. Well, let's go across to Maha for more. And Maha, we're seeing, the ministers and Prime Minister have all gathered for the Bangladesh Prime Minister, who is expected to arrive shortly there at Rashtrapati Bhavan. But tell us more about what's expected in the talks later today.
Yes, so this is the ceremonial reception that she will be given here at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. But as you rightly mentioned, the day later on is going to be more important, and we are expecting more fruitful as well, because when she will be meeting the Prime Minister and when talks are held between India and Bangladesh, there is speculation that there could be some economic partnership or deal that could be finalized between the two sides. Now, trade is an important aspect of the relationship between India and Bangladesh, apart from, of course, many other issues because it's in India's neighborhood, and there has been focus on Bangladesh under the neighborhood first policy by India as well. So that is one aspect that we are keenly looking forward to, whether a CEPA, that is an comprehensive economic partnership agreement, could be signed between the two sides. This will also ensure what we are already seeing, Bangladesh being one of the top trading partners of India in South Asia. So it will just add to that between the two sides. A trade deal ensures largely more seamless movement of goods. Also, it will ensure that there is parity in imports and exports by both the sides. That's what most of the deals of this nature aim at. Apart from that, there have been other issues that both sides have been looking at. That is largely related to connectivity. We have seen connectivity being enhanced over the last few years between the two sides. We've seen a movement of a train as well. The train that was, in fact, inaugurated last year when the Prime Minister had gone to Bangladesh. That was for the 50th independence year of Bangladesh, as well as the 100th anniversary of Sheikh.
Right, Maha, the ceremonial welcome is taking place. We'll just listen in.
अंदर देना सम्मान दान आपके निरीक्षण के लिए तैयार है महोदय।
खड़ा हूँ कोई दिक्कत नहीं। सामने क्वेश्चन के सामने
A ceremonial welcome for Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who began her 4-day visit to India yesterday. Remember, Bangladesh is an important partner under India's neighbourhood first policy. She will be holding talks with the Prime Minister Narendra Modi later today. There she is greeting the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister introducing her now to the cabinet. Soon after arriving in Delhi yesterday, the first senior minister to call on her was External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, and during that meeting they discussed several bilateral issues, and then today is when the meeting with the Prime Minister will be taking place. The talks are expected to cover a host of issues as well, including trade and connectivity, expanding regional connectivity very high on in those talks, and upgrading defence cooperation also on the agenda, and establishing stability in South Asia. She'll also be meeting with President Draupadi Murmu and Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar later today. Now, this visit is the Bangladesh Prime Minister's first visit after both India and Bangladesh's bilateral ties touched their 50th year in 2021. That is when the Prime Minister had visited Bangladesh last year in 2021, and now the Bangladesh Prime Minister here in India on a 4-day visit, and bilateral talks with Prime Minister Modi will be taking place at 11 o'clock at the Hyderabad House. Regional cooperation, reviving several connectivity initiatives is something that has been underway over the last few years, and it is anticipated that Agartala and Chittagong will be connected by air in a few weeks.
Welcome to India, madam. Madam, what are your expectations from this visit?
Well, you see, India is our dear friend. Whenever I come to India, it's a big pleasure for us, for me especially, because we always recall the contribution India has done during our liberation war. So we have a friendly relationship and we are cooperating with each other. So our main focus is to develop our people's condition, poverty alleviation, economic emancipation. So with all these issues, I feel that our two countries, we can work together so that people, not only India, Bangladesh, and also the South Asian people, they can get better life. That is our main focus. So every visit I feel that when we discuss, we are very, I hope that it will be very fruitful discussion, and our main aim to develop economically and also fulfill the basic needs of our people, that we will be able to do. With friendship, you can solve any problem.
Thank you.
So we always do that.
Thank you.
So हम हमेशा आभारी हूँ भारत के और कि हमारा देश जब स्वाधीनता और किया, जब लिबरेशन वार हुआ, तो यहाँ के लोगों ने जैसा हमारा साथ थे, सपोर्ट की, और बहुत लोग उनका कितना कंट्रीब्यूशन है, हम हमेशा इसको स्वागत करती हूँ और हम रियली आभारी हूँ. सो मेरे ओर से भारतवासी को हमारा शुभेच्छा, স্বাগতম.
Thank you.
আমি একটু চেষ্টা করলাম হিন্দিতে বলতে, 6 বছর ছিলাম এখানে, একটু শিখেছি, তো সেখান থেকে একটু বললাম যে আমার তরফ থেকে আমি ভারতবাসীকে আমার শুভেচ্ছা জানাচ্ছি, শুভকামনা জানাচ্ছি, আর সেই সাথে সাথে 71 সালে ভারতবাসী যেভাবে আমাদের পাশে দাঁড়িয়েছিল এবং সব ক্ষেত্রে আমরা তাদের সহযোগিতা পেয়েছি, সেজন্য সবাইকে আন্তরিক ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি বাংলাদেশের পক্ষ থেকে, বাংলাদেশের জনগণের পক্ষ থেকে, আমার পক্ষ থেকে, আমার পরিবারের পক্ষ থেকে সবাইকে অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ, শুভেচ্ছা.
Right, Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina there after the ceremonial welcome. There will be the formal talks which will take place later today between Prime Minister Modi and Sheikh Hasina, who's here on a 4-day visit. She arrived yesterday and she's already said she has many expectations from India, and she's also it's expected that India and Bangladesh will sign at least 7 agreements during the talks today. These will cover diverse issues and areas such as water sharing, connectivity, defense and trade. Connectivity, remember, has been something that has been talked a lot about over the last few years, and it's expected that certain agreements will be signed on connectivity as well. This is Sheikh Hasina's first visit after both nations' bilateral relations touched their 50th year last year in 2021, and that is when the Prime Minister had visited Bangladesh in 2021, and now Sheikh Hasina here in India on a 4-day visit. Several issues of defense and trade and water sharing are expected to be covered during the bilateral talks, which will take place at 11 o'clock at the Hyderabad House.